the 5-game 7 on Thursday. Let's get into it. Should be a quick one. The first game is the Lakers just destroyed the Wizards 136-94. No AD, no problem. LeBron had 24 points, 11 assists in only 26 minutes. Austin Reeves did his thing. AD is going to be out for a week, so Jackson Hayes could be a really good stream. 25 minutes here. Again, this game is versus the Wizards. 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. Did what he needs to do to help us. Shake Milton out of nowhere. Goes 7 for 8. Because the blowout, he got a few extra minutes. Let's not worry about him. There's really nobody on this Lakers team. Max Christie, like outside of AD, LeBron, Austin Reeves, nobody is really a must roster. Unless someone gets hurt, then Jackson Hayes could have some good value. And Bronny even played 12 minutes. That's when the game is out of control. For the Wizards, Jordan Poole still had a decent game, I would say, despite the blowout. 19 points, 6 for 7 from the free throw line, 2 assists and no defensive stats. Jordan Poole has been, and I'm surprised he's still playing a lot of games. So that's good. Meanwhile, Kyle Kuzma, 5 for 9 from the free throw line. What is going on with him? I think he's shooting like 59% from the free throw line this year. Just absolutely horrific, horrible efficiency, and provide you nothing else. The Wizards, they really gotta, they want to develop their young players. You should give the ball to somebody else. Seriously, Coulibaly has just been, when you get blown out like this, not really doing much. I think he still has some value in category leagues. Keyshawn George, yes, we could also stream him. He's gonna get a lot of minutes. Another 3-and-D guy. With some upside, I would say, on this bad Wizards team. The next game is the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Atlanta Hawks. No surprise. And, the news came out that Jalen Johnson is out for season. That's bad news. He was having I would say, a decent season for sure. If he was stay healthy. First of all, he does everything in category leagues, like points, rebound, assists, steals, and blocks, and maybe hit some threes. His main problem is his bad free throw. But he also played huge minutes. 38 minutes. So next year, I think he's going to be pretty high. Just hopefully he recovers well. So I think with him out, I don't know if I trust Ricochet, to be honest. I think that's definitely bullish for DeAndre Hunter and maybe Bogdanovic. I'd rather have Bogdanovic than Ricochet. He's just super inconsistent. He popped off here. In the short term, like if you want to pick him up, see how this goes, 100%, that's fine. I just don't think he's going to be the biggest winner with Jalen Johnson out for season. I think it's probably going to be DeAndre Hunter, maybe Bogdanovic, and then him. So for sure, DeAndre Hunter needs to be picked up after this news. 12 for 12 on the line is really good. And no, same thing, I would take a fly on Bogdanovic as well. Dyson Daniels continued to do his thing, and only one steal, not the best game, while Trae Young had a very mediocre game versus this Cavaliers defense. They put up 137 points. Garland, another efficient night. It's just crazy, right? I don't think he just got that. He was also kind of hurt last year, but I don't think he got that much better. It's mainly the coaching, right? Big coaching change, offensively especially. Donovan Mitchell had 4 threes, 24 points. That's also very good. Mobley and Allen, they're just doing their thing. And Ty Jerome, time after time, he came off the bench. Well, this is also a blowout. So he's definitely a streamer, at the very least. If there's a week he played 4 or 5 games, you need guard stats, 100%. He could really pop off any game. If he's having a good game, then he's gonna get more minutes that game as well. So definitely worth streaming. The next one is the Timberwolves. They've been picking up wins left and right, even though this game is against a bad Wizards Jazz team. Anthony Edwards, a lot better, 11 assists. Here we go. Only 18 field goals, 6 threes. But again, this is versus a bad Jazz team, and he's bringing the defensive stats as well. So he's been playing a lot better as of late, and the Timberwolves are winning as well. They are 7-3. They won 5 straight. So if they keep this up, the race is very tight. Denver right now is the 4th seed. They're only 1.5 games ahead of Timberwolves. So With Mike Conley out, yeah, Nikhil Alexander Walker could be a stream for sure if Mike Conley continues to be out and Dante is still maybe a week or two out. Rudy had 4 blocks. Yeah, the whole team played well here versus the bad Jazz team again. Julius Randle, maybe it's because Julius Randle, in his 10 minutes, he was a minus 14. That is actually crazy. Wow, the Anthony Edwards was a plus 25. Let's see if Randle end up missing time, and they started winning. That's gonna look really bad on Randle because for many reasons. Obviously, Cat got traded, and he's doing very well. On the Knicks. Timberwolves was like the number 1 or number 2 seed. This year they're very mediocre, and if with Randle out, they're playing a lot better. That's gonna look really bad on him. Jaden McDaniels didn't really do well, but I think he had some fouls. But I think he also needs to be rostered because he's been getting a lot of defensive stats. And with all the guys out, even the rookie Rob Dillingham came in, played 23 minutes, had 8 assists. He could be a streamer if folks continues to be out. Of course, Naz Reid also. For the Jazz, actually, a lot of interesting things happening with the Jazz. And this is a very interesting game because we know Keontae George has been coming off the bench. He has been horrible all year. He's a minus 22 here as well. But he did not miss a shot here. 7 for 7, 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Yeah, 23 points. So I think they don't want him to be the point guard, basically. So Isaiah Collier, I think now we need to pick him up, mainly for the assist, to be honest. He doesn't really provide much value, but he could average 7, 8 assists. I don't think that's too crazy. He could average 7 assists, which you're not going to find that another guy on the waiver wire, right? 7 assists is a pretty big boost in category leagues. And Keontae George, if he's not getting assists, then he mainly becomes a points and 3 guy. There's so many guys like that on the waiver wire, so I don't think he's a must roster. Obviously, he had a good game here. If you want to hold on to him, sure. But if he's not giving you 6 assists a game, giving you 3, 15 points, 2 threes, that's still good. But the efficiency is, definitely hurting you more overall and provide very minimum value for your points and threes. And he doesn't get defensive stats at all, so. We'll see. The Jazz are switching things up a little bit. And, Walker Kessler came back and played just 26 minutes. Still had 2 steals. No blocks here. 2 steals and 8 rebounds. He's okay. Overall happy with his production overall. John Collins is also back. I mean, if you can trade him for anything, I would. They're just going to put a plug on him anytime if he gets hurt. Lauren Markkinen, same thing, but another bad night, shooting night, 5 for 13. Moving on to the next game, we have... Wow, this one is actually pretty crazy. Pretty close game. And, both teams, they are actually fighting for the 2nd seed. I don't think anybody's going to challenge Thunder, right? Thunder right now is 5.5 games ahead of the Rockets. So Thunder is going to be the number 1 seed in the West. And, the Nuggets technically can still catch up to the Rockets and the Jazz. But both teams are winning a lot of games in the regular season. The Rockets, they did not have Emperor Şengün here. So they have started Steven Adams. He could be a streamer as long as Şengün is. I don't think it's anything serious. Jalen Green has been playing a lot better as of late. 25 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, and 5 threes. They're all huge numbers. Fred VanVleet, 13 points, 5 assists, a steal and block. His counting numbers are just super, super low. He really needs to get those defensive stats up. But I guess the only positive thing right now is he still playing a lot of minutes. Amen Thompson continues to be just different. 1 steal, 4 blocks, 7 rebounds, 4 assists with 21 points. It will be very, very interesting to see what happens when Jabari Smith comes back and if that's going to impact Amen Thompson's, who he's going to start. And because the Rockets have been winning a lot of games with him. Dylan Brooks hit 3 threes. He's been doing fairly well, a streamer for threes and points. But what a win for the Grizzlies. They did not have Ja here. No problem. And they actually don't need Ja. I mean, their win rate without Ja is, in the regular season at least, is pretty crazy. Jerry Jackson Jr. led the way. Well, I guess Desmond Bain did. 24 points, 6 assists. He's been getting a lot of assists, especially with Ja out. I think in one game he had 14 assists, so good stuff from him. 12 rebounds as well, but he only took 2 threes. He's a guy that I think last year he averaged like 3.5 threes. This year, he just completely changed his game. I don't know what it is. Desmond Bain, he is the 45th ranked player, so overall not bad. He's only making 2.2 threes. That's a big change. And averaging 5.5 assists, that's great. And his efficiency is good too, 50% almost from the field. Luke Kennard, he's also a streamer. If Ja Morant is out, hit three threes, that's good. Santi Aldama came off the bench. He's just being a very solid guy, to be honest. Jalen Wells, for sure, he's a streamer, could be a streamer. And Brandon Clark played 30 minutes. This is a Grizzly team, a lot of guys. Jalen Wells, Luke Kennard, Santi Aldama, if he's on the waiver wire. Brandon Clark for field goal and rebound and blocks. Maybe even Scottie Pippen Jr., he only got 12 minutes. But if there's a back-to-back, all these guys, you know, they can bring some value to your team. Last game of the night, the Portland Trailblazers and the Magic. I don't know. Magic, they are doing very well. It's almost the same script every single year. Magic doing very well at the beginning of the season. Mid-season, Ben Carroll, I got to be honest. I don't know. Some people hype him up because he looks good. His game looks very good. But he's just very inefficient. 21 points, and he was a minus 23 here. 1 for 3 from the line. Fred Wagner, 24 points. He was a minus 3. Both guys play well in terms of fantasy. What they usually would have done. Anthony Black, in the short term, I think Jalen Suggs out, right? They've been giving him a lot of minutes, although he only played 19 here. Just continue rostering him. Obviously a horrible game here. Yeah, the whole Magic team just got absolutely destroyed by Portland, this Portland team, they got some talent, but they're not good. Portland team, they are the 13th seed in the West. Actually, they're 6-4 in their last 10, so they started playing slightly better as of late. Okay, so Scoot Henderson, he got the start, played 32 minutes. It's gonna be like that. One game he plays super well. This game is actually, the stats looks really good. 3, 6 for 6 from the line. I think he's a decent free throw shooter. Not like high 80s, but low 80s, right? It shouldn't hurt your free throw, right? If anything, it should help. 7 assists is good. He brings a lot of assists, 2 steals. Obviously, we know his problems, and the minutes insecure are not consistent. But this is a good game. While Anthony Simons plays just 22 minutes, and he's not in foul trouble. It's not good. It does not look good for Anthony Simons, but he's obviously not a job. There will just be games where he played 22. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen more often to Scoot, where he only played 20 minutes. But maybe every 5 games, Anthony Simons is gonna have a game like this where he just played 22 minutes. And to be honest, Shaedon Sharpe had it going. He was a plus 26. So Chelsea Billups at least made the right call here. Shaedon Sharpe, he's been coming off the bench. He got 32 minutes here. He had a great game. Sure, he could be a streamer for points and threes. DeAndre Ayton, what a game. 10 for 12, 22 points and 3 steals. Great. And Kamara is the guy that gets consistent minutes. So if you look for rebounds and steals, some defensive stats, he's the guy that you could stream. And Danny Advia plays just 25 minutes here. He's also a must roster at the moment. With Jeremy Grant out. Even when Jeremy Grant comes back, the minutes are just all over the place. Danny Advia is a good fantasy player. He provides a lot of categories, value in a lot of categories. All right, that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.